Hey guys, welcome to the final chapter of For Honor. This is chapter 3, Samurai. I'm going to show you all the collectibles, the observables, and the breakable objects from chapter 3.1 all the way to chapter 3.6. Now we're going to start off here, 3.1. This one is called Duty. So as soon as you begin this chapter, you're going to have to actually turn around because there's 3 of them that we have to get that we kind of get put past. And so turn around, immediately look right here in the corner for observable object number 1. Observable object number 2 is actually going to be at the top of this gate right here, this door. Look up, hit L1, and that is number 2. And there's also a breakable object back here. So we're going to backtrack all the way over here and break these objects to get the breakable. So now you can go finally start the mission. So from where you start, you're going to blow up these little things here, and you've created a opening through this gate. As soon as you make your way out here, go to your left, and you're going to find some objects you can break. Break open these pots for the breakable. And then we're going to go from here. We're going to travel up across the rooftops here, through this pathway up here. And in front of us is going to be another object we can observe right there in the tree above the stone monument. So that would be number 3. Now we're going to drop down, and you can see a statue out in the distance behind this tree, and we're going to look at its head to get prompted to look at this next object here. So that is our 4th observable object. Now from here we're going to find some breakables, and we're going to fire an arrow, not at this thing here to our left, the next one, and it's going to kill all the guys as well as destroy all the pots that are underneath it. So now that's cleared, we're going to go pick up this breakable object here, and we're going to clear off these enemies through the power of editing. Got rid of them. Now look up from that previous breakable spot. You can look very up high there, and you can see you can hit L1 to observe yet another item. So from there we're going to just travel across the rooftops once again, and we're going to make our way down. There's some fire arrows over here we're going to of course pick up. And if you look out in the distance, you see that tree out there in the distance. We're going to go look approximately that direction, right there to the right. We have to kill one of the invaders is right below me, but we have another object we can look at there. Now from there we got to reach the bridge. After you kill all the invaders, you got to get to the bridge. And at this point you need to meet up with one of your allies. So we're going to go up these stairs here, and then immediately turn left once we reach this point. Go up these stairs again. To the left will be some more pots you can break open. So now we got our 4th breakable object. We can actually look and observe. If you look behind you, you got that red banner in the hanging from the branch of the tree. You want to observe that. So now moving on, you're going to have to do that whole section here with the poison traps you lay down. You have to defend that area for several waves, and then after which you have to push back the villagers, or the Vikings rather, and you want to go towards the gate, and to the left of the gate up here on the 2nd level you're going to see some archers guarding some pots back there. So go to the end of this little path, and we're going to break those open to get our breakable collectible. Now there is also an object we need to look at, and it's in the exact opposite side. So we're on the left of the gate, we're going to go towards the right side of the gate. So we're going to go fire an arrow over there. And that approximately is where the object we need to look at is. You can see the statue behind it. Look up towards its head, and you will discover the final observable item in 3.1. So we're going to go to 3.2, Thinning the Herd. Now this is right from the very beginning. And remember this point because we have to backtrack here later to go to the left path. But right now we're going to have this little structure here with the 4 red columns. Underneath it in the center is an observable item. So go ahead and look at that. Now we're going to go head off this way here. And I've cleared a lot of the enemies in this area already. But once you come to this entrance way, we're going to go in through this building. I'm going to go pick up these arrow storms here. And then you're going to see some pots over here to the left. Now one of your 3 targets is in this area. I've already got them killed. So I'm just going to go head off to the drop down here to the left. And I'm going to go find some more collectibles. Now there's going to be an observable object to the right over there. And we'll go there in just a moment. But first we're going to go find a tower over here towards the left. You got the stone face right there. Just past that you got this tower and some pots right underneath it. So break those open for the breakable item.
Where are you hiding?
Now you want to go up into this tower. We're going to find another observable object. So once you're up here, go towards the edge, and you can see the little blue glow right there. You just got to position yourself just the right way to be able to hit L1 to observe it. But now that we've done that, slide back down the ladder, and now we're going to go head towards the collectible that I passed. So we're backtracking at this point, and we came from over there from the right. That's where we exited from. So now we're heading off this way. And you're going to see a bell, and we're going to observe the bell.
Our world is filled with
And then we're going to continue past here, so straight ahead,
but in the mire,
going towards our next objective. And we're going to take the path here to the right, and you got some buildings, but right here in the corner is some breakable pots. Break those open, get the object. Now I'm just going to kind of run around these guys for now. I'll have to come back and kill them. That's part of the story. So, but at the moment, I'm just going to go past them and head this way, and we're going to find a ship, and we're going to go through it. And just to the right of that, after we exit the opposite side, we'll find some pots for us to break open. So there we go. Now I mentioned we're going to have to do some backtracking. So what I'm going to do is just teleport myself right back to the beginning. Okay, so I ran there and just edited out the run, but I'm right at the beginning again. This time I'm going to stay as far left as I can, and I'm just going to follow the left side up these stairs. And then you're going to see a door right in front of us. This door is what we need to look at.
what the samurai could not admit.
Observable number 4. Now we have 2 items left, the one observable object and one breakable item. And we're going to find those back here. Our third and final target that I need to kill is back here as well, but you see the statue right over here. You want to look up at that. The pots are right behind that, so continue this way. And that will do it for 3.2. Now we're heading off to 3.3, picking up the pieces. Now this actually takes place in the same area in the land that we were just in. So there's going to be a lot of familiar landmarks here. But the first one is right after the introductory cutscene. Look straight down, there's L1. You don't even have to move for that first one. So next up, we're just going to go travel out here. We're heading back towards where we began that last mission. There's our first structure with the 4 red columns. Just to the left of that is going to be the pots. We're going to break these open and then run to the opposite side of this. So just run past it. I'm going to try to avoid the enemies that are there. So we're running on the opposite side, and we will find some more pots. Alright, we're going to head towards the next mission objective. So you can see the marker on the map. And we're just going to run. You see some pots over there straight ahead. Instead, we're going to kind of go to the left. And right where I'm at is the exact same point I started the previous mission in. But if you look up right here, L1, now we're going to go head towards the objective again. Now you can see the bottom side of this tree up high. You can observe that as well, number 3. And then, of course, you see the pots just to the left sitting on the ground.
Any secluded region the Vikings could not reach. There you will find sound.
Okay, so break those open, take care of this guy that's wielding an axe, and then continue underneath the tree, and you're going to see the door. This was closed in the last mission. What we need to do, you see the guys and running through the entranceway there. Look up high. There's an object you can observe, and then don't go through there yet. We have to go through there in a minute, but don't go through there just yet. Opposite of that right here are some pots. Break those open. make sure you pick up the breakable item. And don't go through that entranceway just yet. Keep going back here. You're going to get ambushed by someone back here, but there is a body on the ground. You can observe that. You don't have to kill this guy if you don't want to. But make sure you do observe the body lying there in the water. So now you can go head back to that entranceway. As soon as we enter this area, you're going to see another huge tree to the right, and you got to look halfway up it again. And we have one more breakable pots we got to find. You need to kill all the chieftains. I'm going to avoid them just for the moment so I can get my collectible. But you'll find the pots right up here. And that'll do it for 3.3. So let's go ahead to Unity. This is chapter 3.4. Now this one has another collectible, and I hate when games do this. They put them right behind you. So they start you ahead of where the collectible is. So you got to turn around, hit L1 to observe this right here. Now turn back around, continue the path. Actually go straight ahead. You'll see a locked gate in front of you. We're going to observe this. And then break through the paper wall that's to the right, which I already done. Took care of the guy waiting for me. Now as we head out, I'm going to go over here to the left, and we're going to actually look in the center of this area. You see a bunch of troops training there. Hit L1 to observe that. You can actually observe this a little later because we'll have to go in there in just a moment, but we'll go ahead and get it now. And then travel to the back side of this building, and there's an opening here and some pots. So there's one breakable object there for you.
Come on.
Alright, so continuing on, we're going to break through some more paper walls. There's the guy sitting right here waiting for us. And he did one heck of a number on me, but I survived. And in this next room, L1 here, you got the observation object.
The city of the samurai stands.
Alright, so before we go break through that next paper wall, we're going to exit out of here, go back to that big open courtyard where we saw the troops training. We've already got that observation, but we want to look up high. You can see this another one right here. Observe that. Now we're going to go back into that room. We're going to break through the paper wall, and we're going to see some pots just to the right.
Had the best fighters with him. We would need that strength.
Right behind this wall right here. Pick this up, and of course picked up some aggro along the way. So break through the next paper wall. You got a big fat dude here. We're going to edit him out of existence, and then look to the left. There's an opening down below. You can see where all the guys are running from down there. Make sure you look right there in the tree, L1. And the next one is going to be hard to miss because it's going to be right in front of your face. So go up a couple staircases here, and it'll be right in front of you. Now you got the fun part where you got to deal with the elephant. Once you've broken open the gates, all your allies are rushing in. You're going to come up here, and then you're going to find a few collectibles here. Pots right here to the right. So get that breakable object, number 3. And then there's a big statue in the center here. You want to have to look at about belt high. So make sure you get that, and then go break through another paper wall. And in here we're going to have 2. We got some pots, and we have an observable object. There's the pots. There's the breakable item. Now break open this paper wall, and you can hit L1. We found all the observables. Good job on that. So let's go ahead, find one more set of pots. And we're going to find that. We're going to just bypass all these enemies here. You've got the big statue. You got a ramp going up the left and right. Go up the left side. So again, make sure you got that observable item right there. As we're coming up the ramp, as you make this turn here, you'll see the pots right in front of you. Now we're going to head to 3.5. There are a lot of collectibles in 3.5. This mission, of course, is called Honor.
Lord.
All right, so the start, they're right in front of you. You can't miss them. You just have to remember to break them open to find the breakable item. Now this area opens up, so I'm going to try to just stay along the right side. I'm going to go counterclockwise around the outside of this, and we should be able to find all the collectibles. There's a hole in the ground. You can see the L1 prompt there where fire's coming out of. So we're going to observe that. Watch out for the patrol right here. You do have to kill that. But I'm just going to skip through here so I can show you all the collectibles. Come up this pathway here. You're going to see some enemies down there around the campfire. You need to observe that. So that's number 2. Now I'm going to skip right past them and keep running around. And you're going to see a passageway, a bridge kind of going up. You don't want to go up that yet. Come down here and break these pots. We will have to go up that bridge to proceed to get to the next section of the mission. But you don't want to do that now because you'll miss a bunch of collectibles if you do. So instead, head over here towards the main gate. You got this stone bridge here. We're going to make a right here. And you're going to see a couple collectibles around this area. The first one is going to be up high above the locked gate. Watch out for the incoming arrows. So right there. And then we're going to head back out here, and there's 2. There's one to the left and then one to the right. So let's get the one to the left first, right there in the water. Turn around, and you'll see the next one. Now you may see another kind of fort off to the distance, and we're going to head towards that. It has a locked gate there. And you see some pots. In addition to the pots, there's an observable item, and that is going to be the locked gate. So make sure you get close enough for that. Observe that and then run over and break open the pots.
The Iron Commanders continue to send us reinforcements.
Alright, so now at this point we're going to go all the way back and we're going to go up that wooden bridge that we bypassed earlier. We will meet up with our ally. Right before meeting her, we are actually going to find some more pots. So we're going to break those open in just a second. Alright, so here's our little bridge. That's going to take us inside the fort. But first, right in front of us is the pot, so break those open. Alright, so once you make it inside the fort, drop all the way down here. You're going to have a few rounds of waves of enemies. And there's some pots here in the corner. You have to open this up. You have to get that breakable before you finish that sequence. Otherwise, you get teleported to this new area and you can't get those. But now in this area, it's a new area, in the center there's that statue with the sword. So look at this sword and observe that. Now I'm standing along the left side here, and there's going to be some archers here. And there's a ladder going down. We'll actually go up that later, ironically. But so I didn't need to get this now, but if you look way out in the distance, you can have an observable out there. So make sure you hit L1. We're going to do a little backtracking here. So we're going to skip a few of them that are in this area. And we're just going to keep running around. We're actually going to go to the back of this fortress here. We need to run kind of out the front. So we're going towards the back because there's a couple collectibles there that you wouldn't have to, for any other reason, even come close to seeing. But you see a big statue out in this area. It's not in there. You see the tree behind that. That's where it is. So you're going to look. You have to look up high in the tree in order to see this observable object. Now there's one more. There's some pots in the back of this area. You can kind of see them up from here. So I'm going to just kind of fight my way through there. Probably could have just ran around them, but... and you can see my ally's in danger. She's probably going to die because I'm not there to protect her, which is okay because if you do die, all the collectibles are saved. You don't have to go get them again. So I mentioned backtracking, so now we're heading back into the main area here. Right back where we started. And this time what we're going to do is we're going to drop down the hole. And we're running kind of the backside of the big statue here. And there's the pots right here. Now head back to the left. And we're going to go outside. And then to the right, we'll run into some more pots. And you're going to find that ladder we saw earlier. Again, my partner's in danger because I'm ignoring her and getting all the collectibles. Again, no worries if you do die because you can just go and carry on. All the collectibles are saved. So now we're going to go run outside towards the front. As soon as you leave, look to the left here for these pots. Then go about 20 feet further Turn around, look up high.
The old
Hit
cathedral
L1
in
to observe
flames
that.
outside the Blackstone fortress was
2 more
once a
left.
part of a
There's one more
larger
observable object. You got the bridge right
Everything
there,
out the
so get
ancient
close enough
bridge at the old
to look at the
cathedral
bridge
is
and then
shattered.
break open the pots to the right.
One day soon, I think it
And
will
that'll do it
fall
for 3.5.
join so many other structures like it.
So 3.6, the final chapter in the game, Apollyon. Now we're going to have a bunch of collectibles right off the bat. As soon as we begin, it's going to be a collectible fest here. So as soon as you gain control of your character, move forward, you're going to see a statue that's being used as a ramp. That is our first observation.
The Blackstone
Destroying their catapults was our first priority.
And then you got the pots just to the right on the ground. Break those open, and then go ahead and climb up that statue. We're going to use that ramp. We have to get to the 2 catapults. But as I'm going up, I'm looking behind us, and up high, way up high, you can see another observable item.
I have been forced back into the upper level.
Alright, so we're going to head to the catapult to the right.
I have them sealed long
Delete those guys, and then if you look way up in the distance, up high again, another one right there.
struck at my home for weeks.
We have a few of those types in this mission. Alright, so we're going to destroy the catapult. This is story related.
They have lit.
Now we're going to go head back towards the second catapult. Now on the way there, we're going to make a pit stop and look at 2 observations. So halfway across here, stop right here. You got one right there to the right and way back, and then one right underneath you, right below you.
Of course, I did the same. My war has
So make sure at this point you have 5 of those and 1 breakable. Now here's the second catapult. Now it's at this second catapult location we're going to be able to observe another object. In this, you have to look way up high in the distance again.
I do not envy the meek and helpless.
That's number 6. Now from here, go back down the statue ramp. Go down this ramp right here, and we're going to leave through this archway over here. You got the green shield right above it. Straight in front of you and up high by that window. That's number 7. 2 more observables, and then we'll get a trophy. So this next section, as soon as you enter it, there's going to be some pots to your left.
We needed to block the entrances to cut off their reinforcements.
So at this point, you just got to clear out all those enemies and do what you need to do for the story. And then you're going to follow this guy, Akuma. And you guys are going to come up a little walkway here. You're going to have arrows firing down on top of you. So just avoid them.
Was up.
But you'll find some breakables just to the left. They're in your path, so you're probably not gonna miss these. Alright, so you and him are going to end up in a room just ahead here. You're both gonna be locked in. You're gonna have to fight a few waves of enemies. Once that's completed, you will be let out the opposite side. Now at this point, don't go sprinting forward. You need to immediately look to your right. And that is where you're going to find some
I
pots.
couldn't risk Apollyon escaping. I had to find her.
So there we go. And also, if you look right past that, another observation. So observe that. And we have 1 more of each. You're going to get to the tower. You have a floor that's all full of fire. And then you're going to go up a winding staircase and get to another floor full of fire. And if you look on the wall just to the left, congratulations, you discovered all the observables, and you have the lore master trophy, provided you've got every single one in the game. Now we're going to get the hooligan trophy for finding our last breakable object. So we're going to go up 1 more level. On this level, you will find the pots, break those open, and you're going to get the hooligan trophy. And that, my friends, are all the collectibles in Chapter 3. I showed you Chapter 1 and 2 in previous videos. I'm assuming you watched those already. So I want to thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.